Yeah, why don't you live alone in a tower, in a graveyard? What could possibly go wrong? Alright, welcome guys to Warhammer Shadow of the Horned Rat. Yeah, I get it. Shut up with the thunder already, okay? So this is another Games Workshop game that has the potential to be very good, but goddamn, the game is so griefing and random. Okay, let's go through the campaign. We run a mercenary band. We are the Grudge Bringers. This is our account at Dietrich. And we have to manage our finances, hire new regiment, replenish the dead people. So let's go ahead and see what we have. In the troop roster, we have our main unit, which is the main character unit. If we lose this one, it's game over. They have an armor rating of 4 and an armor rating of 4 for the commander, because 2 is from the horse and 2 from the soldier equipment. So we have 4. The infantry, 2 armor rating from the soldiers, 3 armor rating because Shepki has something the soldiers do not have. So we can also read, let me full screen this one. There you go. So named after the captain's powerful sword Grudgebringer, these mercenaries have enjoyed a prosperous first year of operation, commanding an unsullied respect on their home turf in the Rakeland. The Grudgebringers have since marched to the troubled border princes where they quest for a major campaign to prove themselves worthy of greater fortunes. The same goes for the infantry. So the stat line for this is the same. All humans have this stat line. The commanders may vary, as you can see, which is something that is give interesting outcomes when you take magical items, but we'll talk about that later. I am gonna go briefly over the skills just so you know. Movement is the movement speed. Weapon skill is the likelihood of scoring and defending from enemy attacks or pushing through the enemy defense. Ballistic skill is the same for ranged weapons. Strength is the base strength of the unit without the weapon. All right. You then need to add the sword, for instance, in the case of infantry. Toughness is the strength also affects the likelihood of, after you decide whether or not you hit the enemy, the strength determines the fact whether or not you score some damage. So this procs after you successfully roll for weapon skill. Toughness is the opposite of strength. It's your defense against taking damage. So after you fail your weapon skill defense roll, it checks your toughness against the strength, and depending on the dice roll, you take a wound or not. Initiative is who charges first and move first into combat and attack first during the round. Now, if you successfully charge the enemy, you win the initiative, so you don't have to roll. Okay, you have an extra bonus round. Attacks is the number of attacks per turn. A turn is like 30 seconds, something like that. And leadership is every time you take damage or something. This is basically the chance of you routing, so it is what it is. We have 1 or 2 magical items. The Grudgebringer. This mighty sword has runes inscribed along the blade by a bright magic wizard lord. In hand-to-hand combat, the wielder has an increased chance of hitting and wounding his enemies. In addition, 1 fireball may be cast from the sword per magic cycle, though it may be dispelled by an enemy wizard. And we also have this potion of strength. This potent magical brew is created from troll blood and the heart of a griffin. A character who drinks this potion will increase his strength for the duration of entire battle. So yes, indeed, these are single items for a single user. I'm not gonna go and read through the bestiary, please. And don't touch the money. So the first mission we're gonna tackle is Protect Snapsburg. We have 100 money up front as payment and 400 upon mission completion. Let's see what this is all about.
I have spoken to the elder of the hamlet. Schnappelberg needs hired thugs for protection from orc and goblin raiding parties. It is known that greenskins have established a camp somewhere in this area. 4 nearby villages have been pillaged in the last 3 weeks. The locals live in fear of an attack. We will be stationed in this forsaken backwater for 2 weeks. During this time, it will be our duty to protect the peasants and their property.
2 weeks will give you enough time to find us more work. Perhaps something that pays a little better. I'm tired of risking my life for peasants and ale money.
Okay, let's go. We're gonna take both of our regiments. This is the mission fee. It will increase as our troops gain experience levels. The retainer is for keeping your troops with you even if you don't use them. So if I were not to use this one, I will still pay 12 gold so that this unit will not go around seeking work for someone else. We only have 600 gold crowns and we need 320 to deploy, which is fine. This is the order of your caravan should you get ambushed. It's the order in which you deploy units. Because ambushes are real time, you don't get to prepare. So this is the first mission. There are many ways you can go about playing this game. Alright, disregard what the game manual says. No. So what I want to do is really honestly is put my infantry a little bit behind. Because I want the goblin schnackers to be focusing on the cavalry. We're gonna disable the AI because otherwise they're gonna engage whoever they want. Alright, so the schnacker, we're gonna be throwing down some fireballs and we're gonna be moving there. You are gonna be moving there. You are gonna be attacking this guy and do it fast. Okay. We're gonna take this one. I'm gonna wait here.
Enemy sighted.
For this unit to come by. I expect you to attack. Alright, so. Come on.
Charge!
Okay, he's gonna check, he's gonna
Engage!
turn around.
Charge! Destroy them.
Okay, because we attacked from behind, we get them to rout. These guys, I don't know if we got them from behind, but just throw a grudge bringer on them. Just to be safe. We're gonna take some losses, most likely. Did you get the Sword of Might? Yes, you did. Okay, come on. Come on, guys. We're clicking the hero button.
Destroy them.
So that basically we get the bonus when fighting.
Regroup.
Okay, this was actually perfect. We didn't lose anyone. So the strategy, the key strategy is to flank your opponent wherever you can, whenever you can. So this works very well. Of course, they could still succeed the initially leadership role and do not break, and you lose some soldier. But that is okay. If you can lose like a couple of soldiers here and there, you can replenish them usually. So if you lose too many, it's best to just restart the whole mission. So, mission complete. You eliminated all enemy regiments. Villagers killed 0, building destroyed 0. The Grudgebringer cavalry has found a Sword of Might. The Grudgebringer cavalry got 180 experience. The Grudgebringer infantry 80 experience. Payment already received. Alright, 680. So we got a little bit. Meanwhile, in the cursed city of Skavenblight, Greyseer Tancool harnesses the power of Warpstone to create his latest monstrosity. Oh, plot. Plot. Why do you create an axe? Well, I guess.
Ah, yes. More power. Cleanse. Burn. Axe of kill. Carnage, yes. Cursed blade. Horned Rat will be pleased. And all will roll.
Okay, we believe you if you say so. Okay, we're gonna come back from Schnappelberg after 2 weeks to Wissenheim. Well, we will find some more mission. Now, if you lost some units, you can seek reinforcements in cities, and only in cities. Be mindful. There's only a limited number of people who are seeking work, so That's why I'm telling you, if you lose too many, just flat out restart. Wounded people will be available after the mission next. The one that if you get some wounded during one mission, you play the next one without the wounded, and then in the next mission they will be back. So we got some experience. It must be noted that every 2000 experience points, a unit rises in ranks. This increases the first time at 3 scars, this increases the weapon skill. Then it will increase the strength, then it will increase the wounds. So ideally, if you can get the cavalry to maximum level, they will basically be a killing machine. Which is also among the reasons I gave them the Sword of Might. If you look at the Book of Magic, the Sword of Might, this sword was beaten out and reforged 100 times until it pulsed with pent-up energy. When grasped by a brave warrior, the sword power flows into him, invigorating him and filling him with new strength. He will be more likely to inflict wounds during close combat. Now this coupled with the Grudgebringer, which also has an increased chance of hitting and wounding his enemies, makes it very interesting, because if we give this one to the infantry, let's go over efficiency. The infantry will not always be deployed in battle. The Grudgebringers will always be deployed. So whenever I do not deploy my infantry, they will not benefit. I do not benefit from this sword. Also, if you go into the troop roster, we can see that Shepki has 1 wound and 3 toughness compared to Bernard, who has 4 toughness and 2 wounds. This means that a lucky strike from an enemy regiment might very well knock Shepki out of the fight. Basically, I'm gonna lose the Sword of Might and then not benefit from it. Also, because he has lesser toughness, he is more likely to get hit, assuming he fails his weapon skill. So, we might not employ the Grudgebringer every single battle, and he might die faster than Bernard, who has 2 wounds and 4 toughness. So, because of that, all the early game items, with the exception of the Shield of Ptolos, will go to the Grudgebringer cavalry, or cavalry in general, like the Ragnar Wolves. I will still be on the line, on the fence, by giving the Ragnar cavalry these Sword of Heroes, as most likely I'd like to give it to these guys as a last item. But now they can carry on other items though. Just because they are so strong. The Shield of Ptolos we're going to give it to the Amber Wizard, because we're going to use him to draw the archer fire and catapult throws. Because the Shield of Ptolos protects the wielder but not the regiment. Which means that while Captain Bernard, if Captain Bernard were to take the shield, he would be the only beneficiary of the shield magical properties. The cavalry will still take damage. In the case of the Amber Wizard, being a single entity means that the shield protects him, and if the archers decide to shoot him, they have a very low probability to hit the guy. So that is to keep in mind. But I will say I'm gonna go ahead and save, because this was a good run. Save is gonna call it LP1. And yes, indeed, it was a nice run. I'm not gonna read the Battle Bestiary. I mean, if you're interested in Warhammer lore, you can read that on your own. Don't touch the gold coin, please. And I'd say, yeah, I will see you in the next episode, where we're gonna have a couple of missions ready. You might always want to take the first one, as it's the most in order. If you take this one, then you're gonna lose this one. The reasoning is some missions are timed. This guy needs an escort now, not tomorrow. While Sven Carson may need something, generally speaking, at a later date. So we're gonna definitely take this escort to Holst next time. And then we can go and move to the bigger things like Sven Carson. Regardless of that, I think that is everything for today, and I will be seeing you in the next episode. So thank you for watching. Let me know if something is wrong with the video. Bye bye.